At the 38th African Union Ordinary Assembly Summit held in Addis Ababa, the African Continental Free Trade Area was predominant in the discussions, with its potential to transform Africa's economic landscape into a global powerhouse. This historic agreement is now taking steps toward full implementation. Heads of state from different African countries and other leaders gathered to discuss key factors affecting the future of trade and economic integration.
I can give you an example of copper from Zambia that will be exported to China and come back to the continent in the form of copper cables and copper wire. And we buy it at a premium. I can give you an example of the cocoa from West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, that will be exported to Europe and come back to the continent, and we buy it as delicious Belgian chocolate.
The African Continental Free Trade Area, which was signed in March 2018 in Kigali, Rwanda, and became operational in 2021 with a promise to create a single market for goods and services, reduce barriers, and bolster intra-African commerce. With an aim to bring together the combined African annual GDP of more than 3.4 trillion, the start of elimination of 90% tariffs on traded goods has saw pilot countries like Kenya, Rwanda, Egypt, and Ghana beginning intertrade under the African Continental Free Trade Area rules through the Guided Trade Initiative (GTI).
In the form of the Continental Free Trade Agreement, we have begun as Africa, after many, many years, to really put and activate our inter-Africa trade agenda.
The African Continental Free Trade Area anticipates solving some of these long-standing problems Africa has been facing in order to achieve its developmental goals. It is not devoid to challenges.
With infrastructure deficit like poor roads and railways anticipated to limit cross-border trade and increase transport costs, some countries are also slow in adopting the necessary trade regulations. Moreover, predicted inequality is also a concern, as African countries with strong economies and large manufacturing scale, like Egypt, South Africa, and Nigeria, will benefit the most. Furthermore, lack of a common African currency will also lead to costly currency conversion.
The need for stronger implementation and collaboration is key, as trade between African nations remains relatively low, contributing for only 15% of Africa's total trade. This is far less than the 60% of intra-nations trade witnessed in Europe and Asia. A fully functioning African Continental Free Trade Area could elevate this number, promoting a sustainable growth. Reporting for IK Digital, my name is Otieno Ongango.